Hi everyone, it's Dragana from Saacibo. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I used to love playing with paper dolls when I was a child, and I wanted to bring some of that joy into the journal that I'm currently working on. So I created some templates for myself, and I've been playing with this idea for probably about 2 months, and I wanted to share it with you today. Here are my templates, okay? I've scanned them all in, and I've created a digital file for you. One with tops, one with skirts, and one with some pants here, and coat and some long sleeve tops. So these are free for you to download. Just go to my website www.saacibo.com. You will find the link on the screen and in the description box. There's only one size and it fits both A4 or letter size printing, so it doesn't really matter. I made them slightly smaller so that you can print on either paper size. So once you print these out, you need to make them a bit tougher. If you have cardstock already, you can print directly on the cardstock and then just cut them out. Or you can print on regular thin paper and then glue it onto some cardstock and cut it out and make yourself some templates. I've been drawing mine directly onto the packaging. These are all done on packaging. I have also printed some at reduced size because I wanted to try and make perhaps some charms with these. And the original size is probably too big for charms, so I just wanted to have a few smaller ones. And these are printed just on 160 GSM paper. I might not have to glue them onto the cardstock. I'll see how I go. I'll just quickly show you what I've done so far. I made some toppers, like page toppers or journal toppers. This was a lot of fun. And I've used some stamps that I had and some dyed papers. I imagined these to be glued inside of the journal, for example, something like that. Wouldn't that look nice in a journal? I could even do the sewing around and stitch it to the page or just glue it. Let's have a look at that one. I think they look really nice in a journal. I also made some index cards, and I imagined these to go inside of a journal in a pocket. And on this side, I just stamped these images and I used my template to trace around just to create a little effect, but it's still clear enough that it can be written on. Like those pattern pieces, you know, when you buy one of these magazines for sewing, you get the pattern piece. That's kind of the idea behind that. So I made a few of those. There's that one. It's the other side. Then there's this one. It's the one with this little coat. And I've done a little bit of drawing on top as well, just to make it more fun. And I don't know if you've noticed, but all of these outfits were cut from fabric, okay? So that's like the old jeans, some lace that I had here as well, some lace, some fabric scraps. Apart from cutting them out from fabric, you can cut them out from papers, any paper, including book pages or napkin papers. I think some would be fun to do with book pages. I've drawn a few on these starched napkin papers. What else? I have some of that textured napkin paper. I think maybe some I could do with this paper too, or some of these papers that are actually free on my website as well. They're scanned fabrics. You are welcome to download them as well. When I was a kid, I would draw them and cut them out from paper, but I guess now I'm a bit older, I get to play with fabrics too. So it's up to you whether you make them with fabric or with paper. I think for the charms, it would be difficult to cut these with fabric without creating a whole lot of mess. Okay, so enough of talking, let's just make some things. I'm not going to be cutting these because I already have my templates. I have a few papers here ready. I think I've cut them probably the same as that. Yeah. So I want to make a few of these toppers. These are avocado dyed papers. Okay, so I want to show you how I cut them with fabric first, and I'll just pick one. And the fun thing about these is that you can mix and match, and this is what I mean by that. You have different skirts here and some pants here, and then you have different tops, and you combine any of these with any of these to create an outfit. I could have done just a few different dresses, but I think it's so much more fun this way. And if you think that some of these are maybe too big, you can always cut them. And this skirt is long, and if I do that, it's not going to fit, but I can make it shorter. Okay, I can do that one maybe, and I'll just go like that. That one there. I think I want this one with the V-neck. Okay, and I'll put these aside so that I don't get confused. Let's have a look. What do I have in here? I'll just turn it onto that side, lighter color. So what would look good on this pink? Definitely not pink. How about that? That would be cute for a dress. So maybe I'll have a dress in that color. Maybe top can be a little bit more dark. I can do that one. Maybe that one would look good. Okay, I'll just do that. So I've been doing it like this. You can just cut and glue, but I prefer to add tape to the back of the fabric simply because it will stop the fabric from fraying, and most fabrics fray a lot. I think I've shown you this in other projects as well, when we made those butterflies and other decorations with fabric. It's just that the fabric stays kind of in shape when you do this. If you have some iron-on interfacing, you can use that as well. That would work. And I need a piece of this that already has a bit of tape there. And I'll just add this one here. Okay, and then you just trace here. That one, and then we need to trace this one. You can also use these templates on your jelly plate when you're printing. Use them as masks or stencils. Actually, I was going to do that today, and then I changed my mind. I was setting it all up for gel plate and acrylics, and having all that mess later to clean up, I just wasn't in the mood. I was in the mood to do this, so yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Something like that. I can make it a little bit wider here. This can be adjusted. You don't have to follow the lines exactly. You just play with it. Match fabrics, match different pieces. I think I made the waist here a little bit too narrow. Okay, that. That's it. I like that. And then you can decorate with pieces such as lace. I have this little rose thing. Maybe I can use that. Would look cute as well. And there's this one. That one looks nice too. And you can also just ink a little bit around. Doesn't matter that it's a fabric. I'll just use the black ink just to give it a little bit of like a shadow, and it will look more 3D. Same here. You can also use your pencils to add some shadow. Like I like to add a bit of shadow here. Some there. You could add something here. I could even add a different fabric behind, or just lace. I wonder if I have any lace in that color. I have this one. It's quite similar. Perhaps it would look nice if I add a little bit behind here. So I'll just cut it. Okay, I'll just glue that to that from the back. And I'm going to use this silicone glue because it works in fabric. So I'm just going to add a little bit there. Yeah, we're just having fun. We're playing like we're kids again. And I think I want to add a little bit of shadow behind, just so that it doesn't look so flat. And I'm going to use this just black ink, but I don't want it too much. Just a little bit. Could also just use some stencils. I'm going to do that in a second, but yeah, just to make it a little bit darker. I have some of this aged mahogany. I think that one would look nice. And I'm just going to use it around. We'll just give it a nice frame. Maybe a little bit here in the middle. Yeah. Put that away. Okay. I'm going to use the same glue here, silicone glue. But now that I have this tape on the back, and I'm gluing it to the paper, I could probably use even just white glue. Oh, that's all right. I'm gonna use that one. So, and then this one. thinking perhaps we can add a belt of some sort here. And where am I going to put this one? This little rose, something like that. A piece of lace or ribbon maybe, or even just some fabric. Which color would look good? I think it would look good with just gold color, wouldn't it? Just add some tape on the back. Now, I'm going to use this because I want to have a bit of that curve. Just going to follow that. Maybe that's too thick. Something like this. Just use pencil here to mark. I think that looks good. I'll just ink it a little bit. I think this is a fun way of using fabric scraps or paper scraps. Oh, that's nice. Do that. I love it. Cool. What else do I have here? I've stamped these laces. I've done nothing here, just left it as it is. I think it looks good. Could leave it like that to add some things. And I think I would probably want to do the stitching on this directly in the journal, or do the stitching now and then glue it into the journal. But I think the sewing thing would add something to it, something more. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just use your pen or pencil and just draw around and pretend. Could maybe add something here to the belt, but I think it would take away, maybe on the side. Yeah. Or have a flower there. Maybe I can have a little flower here on the dress. I'm thinking now, you see these white spots? I could add these lace flowers to the white spots. Wouldn't that be cute? Even these ones, they don't have to be the same. Something like that. Just glue them. Maybe just stamp some things here. Got this, like some sort of lace. Maybe I can use that one. And probably go with this color. I don't want it in black. Just use that. I like that. Okay, I think I'm gonna call that one done. I love it. It's cute. All right, let's make something else. Let's make one similar to that one. I'm gonna use this shape. It doesn't have to be straight like that, but I just want to show you how to do that. Okay, so I'll just pick a different one. Maybe that one can fit, and maybe that one. So you just take a template and maybe a marker, whatever, and you just go around and do this little lines, dashed line. And this is like creating a sewing pattern, pretend sewing pattern. Just like that. And then you can also use ink and do a bit of like shading around. So something like that. And then you take another piece, maybe that one. Just decide where you want to place it. And let's give this a number, so it's like, you know how these patterned pieces usually have a number. So I'll just put 34. I don't know why, just thought of that. That number popped in my head, so I thought 34. Okay, and then I'll do the same with this one. There you go. And then get some ink again. And shading. I think it's cute. Should we add some stamps? Like here I've added scissors and this thread. Maybe I can add scissors here. These buttons there, so it's not the same as the other one. I'll go with this color again. If you're good with drawing, you can just draw these. You don't have to have stamps. Cool. I like that. So that's, oh, I've got to give the number here. Let's do, so it has to be either 33 or 35. So I'll just add maybe here. Pattern piece 35. Oh, that's cute. And you can still write on it too. You can glue that in the journal or create it like this and have the outfit on this side with those same pieces. I just think this paper is a little bit too thin to be used as a card. This is cardstock and that's just paper. So I probably won't do it. So that's another way of working with these. If you decide to do these with paper, you basically do the same, but just use paper instead of fabric. Okay? And I want to do something now that I haven't done, and that is I want to create a little bag. I have some pattern paper here that I've coffee dyed, and I was thinking of just creating like a little bag I'll just fold it about here. And then just fold it there. I'm going to glue that. Like so. Okay, so that's going to be the front. So now I need to do that. I'm going to cut off that piece. Fold that. Fold it properly. Okay, and then close it. And in here, I could just leave it like that, or I can just round it, cut it here a little bit like that. Okay. And then I want to decorate the front with an outfit. I have this, and I thought maybe I can use this to be the dress. Just maybe glue it like that, and then just have a top there, something like that, and have that as a dress. That's a nice color too. It's a bit plain on top, but I can add things to it. I have to probably do this with some needle and a thread. Okay, let's make this into a little ruffle. Suppose I could do this with glue, but I know it would annoy me because this fabric is kind of almost alive. It just keeps moving. This is from a piece of clothing. I bought this top and it was too tight. I never actually wore it, so I just cut it into pieces because I liked that. I think sometimes when I buy clothes, I buy it with that thought in my mind of, if I don't end up wearing it, maybe I can use it for my journals. What about this? Just cut that off. That looks nice. I think I want that there for sure, so I'm going to glue that down before I change my mind. I can definitely glue this. stay in the middle. And then this dress is going to be a bit harder to glue. I'll just add the glue here, perhaps it'll be easier. And just like this. Luckily this glue doesn't dry so fast, so I still have a bit of a chance to adjust. And I'll just add some shading. I feel like I should add something here over that part. Just don't know what. I have this piece of lace or something. I think I can do that. You can tell I'm having fun because I'm not talking. I just go quiet sometimes. I like it. And here's a little bag, like a gift bag or something. Or even to put in a journal, use a paper clip to attach. What do you think? Cool. Now I just want to try one more thing, and that is to make those little ones into a charm. Here they are. Just pick one. Maybe just the ones that are easy to cut. Okay. I'll take this dress here. The shape of a bell. The skirt, actually, not dress. Okay, and one of these. I'll just take that one. One of my dogs is barking right outside of my studio. I think he wants to go out. I'll just take him out and I'll be back. Okay, I won't be cutting all of these now. I have those two. And I think with these ones, I'll just use the paper. I have this napkin paper. I think I want to do the dress with this. But if I'm going to laminate it later on, I want to have a nice side on both sides. So I'm just going to fold this paper and make sure I have enough. Maybe something like that. I'm going to glue it together. Just use some glue stick. I really love these papers that we've done with napkins and inks or colored glue. I think that was a lot of fun. Okay, so I'll just draw here the shape just around where I need to cut. I won't worry about this bit because that's going to go there. It's a bit hard to see, I guess. I'll just go over with the marker because I don't think you can see this. Like so. Let's cut it. I think it's about to start raining or some kind of storm is coming our way. I don't know. And every time that happens, my dogs get really restless. Okay, I'll just ink a little bit. Okay, and while I'm waiting for the laminator to warm up, I just want to do one with a different paper, maybe with a book page. Just glue these two sides together. This is just too thin. Okay, and then I'm going to draw again. I'm going to use the marker this time. Straight away. I could even add that there. Why not? Mistake. Like that. Then add this. To fix it. Little dress. I'll add a belt here. I'll just color it in black as if it was one of those drawings, and a little shading here as well. Maybe a few lines. That a little bit more. Still like that. It can even be like a shirt here, and add some buttons. Add some pockets. Oh, this is fun. Okay, let's cut that. I could actually cut it with these scissors. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Just down the bottom. little dress. Add a bit of belt here. What? Maybe I can add a few lines, like folds. Okay, that's probably enough. I have my laminating pouches. I just have to make some room here. My desk has become a mess. And there's the laminator. I'm going to put that there. Okay. Let's do that. These were done in similar way, but I've used a die cut. I would die cut dress shape from the paper, and then I would laminate and then cut by hand. But I'm doing this all by hand without die cutting. I think it's cute. So now when I cut, I just cut around, but not all the way. Okay, you leave a few millimeters around, and then on top here I'm going to leave a bit more because I want to turn this into a charm, and I need a place to put a hole so that I can add one of those bulb pins or even a jump ring. I'm going to do this. One's done too. I love it. Let's cut this one. Okay, I left that up there, I think too high, and I'm thinking I'll just do this because I want to add something else to it, and that's just way too high there. So I'm just going to do that. Okay, and then I'll put a hole right there in between on both of these. Okay, and I have some small metal charms. I just want to see which one would look good. That's too big. Got this one, which is like a little bow. No, it's not good. And I've got this heart shape one. It would look better if it's kind of there, wouldn't it? But if I add a couple of jump rings, I'm thinking might look good. So let's try this. I think that looks better now. Okay, so I might do the same with this one. Just opened up the jump ring, put that through, then I'm going to add one more, and then I'm going to close it. Bit of static there. Okay. I'm going to take that and then through here. I think they're cute. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it inspired you to have some fun and create with these templates. Once again, they are on my website, free for you to download. I don't know if I say this enough, but I really love to see what everyone does with these templates or whatever else I'm showing you in my videos. So if you don't mind, join our Facebook group, Crafting with Saacibo, and share your creations with us. And you will also get a lot of inspiration from all the talented ladies who've already joined the group. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you soon in my next video. Bye for now.